God dang it, Parker.
Yeah.
Parker had the body language of him throughout this fight.
And fighters talk about that. That could be the difference between winning or losing a close round is your body language.
Your body language. And
yeah.
so there were rounds where I'm like, you know? Yes. Keep it real, I was pulling for Parker.
We all were.
I thought that Wardley was going to win this fight. I thought that the younger guy who hasn't been through as many wars as Parker.
He should have said that last week.
I know. I thought that. Well, how many times did I say? Really? They got Parker as the favorite?
Yeah, you did.
Because I just thought that the younger guy, who I was surprised that he was the underdog, because I just thought that going to the ring, people would have expected him to be the one to prevail. And I just thought that the body language kind of caught up to Parker. I saw it early on where he looked very out of it, but still strong. And when it came to the knockdown, let's just fast forward. It's been a long day here. When it came to the TKO,
because there was no knockdown technically. Right?
When it came to the TKO,
I was like, "What knockdown?" Right.
This is my number one thing when it came to this TKO.
You hot?
I said, if the dude isn't cognitive. Okay, I understand the knockout, the TKO, because I hadn't seen the fight, so I knew, and I was told that this TKO was premature, but I had saw the foreshadowing of the body language, right? So yes, we see the body language, but we still see him cognitively moving, trying to, a lot of blocking. When the TKO came, he didn't return, but he still was cognitive. He still knew where he was at and what was going on. Get the hell out of the way.
Or say something to him, right?
Yeah,
hey,
say something to him.
Hey, show me something. Or bend down, get that.
I mean, give a standing A. I mean,
I think the ref might have said after the fight, in retrospect, he could have done that.
The Fury Usyk was worse than that. Fury's all the way in the corner about to go down.
As this moment started happening, I said, now Tyson was all over this ring. This bet not be the moment.
Running around, Sean. I forgot about that.
This bet not be the moment. Because I had a feeling this was the moment, and I thought about, but not every ref's the same.
Was that Mark Nelson?
That was Mark Nelson. Not every ref's the same, and not every moment's the same as well. Right. There wasn't as many moments with Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk where these big punches are being landed by both these guys. Mm-hmm. And so, I do understand the fact that we have to take care of these guys. It's really hard. Respects to the ref. It is very hard when you're trying to watch out for the well-being of a fighter. And I just really felt like that body language caught up to him.
I think as a ref, it would hurt me more still in moments from fighters. When y'all work so damn hard, you're going to have to really show me you hurt for me to really take this from you, because this decision could affect your life forever. Mm-hmm. So you got to really, really make a good decision off that. But I don't know.
I think they should at least, before they throw their hands up, give it that should be a rule.
Get up there and
where they go here before they go here.
Yeah, just look at
go
him.
Here and look at him.
Look at him,
so he's like, man, I'm good, something.
And then get back to it.
And then get back to it. I think when they jump in.
I'm good with that, breaking it.
They making these emotional decisions. Yeah. You got to be.
But if you break in that moment, you taking that moment of momentum
I'm okay with that.
From the guy.
Then the fight ended now.
Yeah, but if the fight.
Yeah, but I see what you mean.
Yeah. You got to give him a beat though. Before he
should have said something. Show me something, Joe. Something. Lean in. Let him know the end is.
Standing A count or something.
Yeah. We got a couple from our guy, Matt Bergeson. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That being said, though, I seen Oscar and Joe Calzaghe get a lot of stoppages, just overwhelming guys. Most of the shots aren't landing, but that's a tried and true formula in boxing. You hurt your guy, you get him on the ropes, you tee off, make the ref have to make a tough decision.
But again, that body language is always different. Right. To me, it seems like when you're bearing down on a guy and that ref comes in, usually the other guy isn't able to return. Yeah. Usually the other guy doesn't seem strong enough, or and I just felt like it was opposite for Joseph. I just thought that Parker had more to go, and with the ref.
I don't think it was Rolly Barroso level.
No, it wasn't that bad.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't that bad.
I think shout out to
Tony
Rolly,
Weeks.
But
Tony Weeks.
No, I don't know, man. He hurts him. Parker saved by the bell the round before, the 10th.
Yeah.
And then in the 11th, in about a minute 15 in, he clocks him. He hurts him again.
Right.
30 unanswered punches. gets him on another set of ropes. Parker throws 1 or 2 shots, but with his legs all over the place, falls into the shot. Then he gets hit with a right hand, and after getting hit with a right hand, he pauses with his hands down.
Yeah.
And then eventually gets him up, but it doesn't look good to the ref, and the ref's thinking, here comes another 30 unanswered.
Well, the question becomes like, what was his chance of literally winning the fight?
So I got to shout out my guy Sam Gordon, who used to work on the RJ.
Shout out Sam Gordon.
You know Sam, right?
Yeah, now in the Bay Area covering the Warriors.
So Sam, he knows his boxing. He used to cover the fights here. Got a better gig in San Francisco covering the Warriors. He said, "Hey man, how about this? How about if Parker was really that guy, he would have separated.
Yeah.
If he's really this guy that can potentially beat Usyk and all that, it would have been more separation to where you're not in that predicament in the 11th, and that's a good point.
Let me do these. Let me do these. Matt Bergeson, bro. Poor Joseph Parker could have just waited for that Usyk bag, but took a fight he didn't have to. Got paid but lost. Will never get that title. He said. He also said. Also, Joseph Parker forgot his identity. You ain't a slugger. Why box like one? You're a boxer.
And come in at 262.
Why make these low IQ decisions in the fight?
So I think the story of the fight, like, we got to give Wardley more credit. Yes, he was losing the fight. He was behind. But he showed more wrinkles in his game than maybe some of us thought. In rounds 3, 4, 5, what surprised me, he was a little sharper and twitchier than Joe Parker. A little quicker to the punch. Punches were a little bit more explosive and snappy. And then even though I liked this fight, I saw both fighters make adjustments in this fight. They were both looking to pull the right hand over each other's jabs. Then Parker started realizing, okay, let me stop playing that game with him because he's better at it than me, actually. And so then Parker, he said, let me get closer to him behind the jab and throw combinations and be more left hook dominant than with the right hand. He hurts him in the 9th round, but Wardley, his defense was good enough in that he would make him miss. Parker would land his first jab, and then he'd try to follow up with something, and Wardley would get out of range, or he kept doing the same defensive move over and over again, and Parker started knowing where he was going to dip his head, started throwing the hook where he was going to be. But by dipping down, having his own version of a shoulder roll, and being comfortable with the lead hand low, he got out of the way enough that he wasn't getting hit with the clean shots, and he hung in there long enough to change the fight with his power. And he changed it. He showed us he has a really nice right uppercut. Like, we knew coming in, if he gets you on the end of the shot, let him get full extension like Deontay, he could crack you and get you out of there. But he punched in between Joe's punches and slipped, found the uppercut. I'm just giving props to Wardley. He showed more wrinkles in his game than a lot of us thought he had. He's not just a puncher.
That's what I think he just completely underestimated him. And I didn't think he planned for the fight. I think whatever his game plan was, it didn't seem like he had a game plan. Because he seemed like he was overconfident. And then
they thought they could knock him out.
Yeah. So, I think it was
they should rematch.
Is he ready for the final boss?
Usyk?
No, Wardley.
Well, Wardley against Usyk.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think, again, Italma's the fight. It's just Italma needs to beat a Wardley to prove himself so he can actually realistically fight for the titles. But I think definitely Italma's the sexiest fight in the division. But Kabiel, Wardley, these are veterans who've earned it in the ring more than Italma. But the eye test, I mean, what do you think? You've seen Italma, right?
I love Italma.
Yeah.
He
looks like the next one.
Yeah.
Looks.
I think he is.
Well, I say this before we go to a break. I was watching this fight, and I was just thinking to myself, this is the kind of boxing that America needs. Heavyweights going at it like that over here in the United States, I think, is what would bring some of the glory back to boxing. Obviously, we get good boxing over here, but to get that kind of great boxing in the heavyweight division, I think makes a big difference for us over here as boxing fans, as boxing enthusiasts, boxing supporters that want to see more fans in the seats and things of that nature. So good luck to both those guys going forward. I think that it seems like to me like Wardley might be next with Usyk. I agree with you. I think that we should see Wardley versus Italma.
They got the same trainer, so that ain't happening.
In order for Italma to get Usyk. But I feel like Italma's either gonna get hopped over because the business is gonna do it, or he's gonna end up taking maybe one more fight before he gets a fight against Usyk.
He needs to fight a guy like Wardley or Caballero or even I mean even fighting one of these guys in the top 10 that are on their way down like Dubois, Joshua.
Yeah. Well, someone sharper, someone faster, and someone who's got some serious power. Give him a true test.